February of Black History Month, but we don't. Black History Month is, you know, every day.
We're black every day.
Or we can't change that.
Ooh, girl, have you heard? Oh my gosh. Let's talk about it. Now let's get chatty, 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 chatty. Let's talk about
it. So I have some questions for you. Let's see what you know about some Black history. We're just gonna ask you a few questions. Comment below, but let's see if these girls get it right first. So, who said injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere?
Injustice anywhere
is a threat to justice everywhere.
So is this someone from like old?
So this is someone. Oh, I can give clues.
Okay. We'll take clues.
He was a well-known speaker.
Martin Luther King.
Martin Luther King. Your deep name.
Okay.
So Martin Luther King.
Second grade, she said it before me because she did the hyphenate abbreviation.
Okay,
together.
When did the Rosa Parks boycott happen?
1876.
Girl, clue. It was in the 1900s.
1976.
It was younger than that.
1967.
Younger than that.
1963.
1955.
1955? Wow.
December 1955.
Wow.
Okay. Who said life is not a spectator sport? This was an athlete. One of the first black athletes to play a specific sport.
Jesse Owens. Jesse Jackson.
You're close. It does start with a J.
Muhammad Ali. Wait, what?
Muhammad Ali.
Jackie Robinson.
Jackie Robinson. Okay.
Oh wow.
Okay. Is that good? Is that enough? Should we do
one more?
Okay. Oh, okay. Madam C.J. Walker became America's first female self-made millionaire. What product did her company sell? Grease.
Hair perm.
It was grease, like something. It was cosmetics, they said.
And they just brought it back. They just brought it back.
No, what was it? What
was it, like
it's that hair product?
Or something?
I don't know, but they just brought it back. She has the line is called Madam C.J. Walker.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
That's soft.
I know. Soft like stool.
What?
What?
God dog it. It's too much.
That was the honest comparison.
I need tissue.
Who wants to put candy in their mouth? I think it was
Dolores. I need a tissue. I was thinking of S's. So.
Oh goodness. Oh my gosh. You can't see the tears behind my glasses. I'm so glad. Oh goodness.
Did you laugh? Did you laugh? If so, drop that laughing emoji in the comment section if you laugh. Okay.
So I have something to ask you guys. So who as a black or African American anything affected you as like in your life? What so far? Is there anyone that stands out that is an African American and they stood out as far as like movement or anything like music, poetry, anything?
What is her name? Sade, right? Sade. Sade.
Why does she stand out for you?
Because I feel like growing up, I remember seeing her. She looked so different. She just looked like she looked so empowering, and her look wasn't like every singer you saw, and her voice was, oh my gosh. Her beauty was just like flawless. So I just remember looking at those videos thinking how beautiful she was. Like her style, it was just one of a kind. You weren't seeing it everywhere. She was her own person.
That's true.
She was her own person. So shout out to you, girl.
That's true, for sure.
I think if I was to think about someone, I would definitely say everyone's Finn's favorite, Michelle Obama.
No, we said growing up. You grown now.
No, I didn't really see anything growing up. Because I didn't watch TV and stuff. So, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But I would say now, I think I liked what Michelle Obama, how she portrayed herself. I like how she carried herself. The way she talked, how she was very caring with the people whenever she was out in public. I just think like how she carried herself was very, and to be I want to say the first lady, the first African American first lady, because they titled Obama to be the first black president, even though there was probably like some mixed people down the line. But she was like full blown first African American first lady. So she carried, she just like represented us well.
I'm going to say the one person that stands out for sure is a poet or writer, Langston Hughes.
My name.
No,
Langston
Hughes.
Langston
Hughes. Because I just remember like being in class and then my English teacher, he had like a poster of him on the wall, and I would just like stare at his picture. And when we would do poetry or something he'd written, I would just stare at his picture. But I want to say this one quote that is very popular. One of his popular quotes. It says, "Hold fast to your dreams, for without them, life is broken. A broken winged bird that cannot fly."
Say it again.
I know. I thought you gotta say that again.
Hold fast to your dreams, for without them, life is a broken winged bird that cannot fly.
It's not like saying like there's no hope. There's no hope. I'm trying to
hold fast to your dreams.
Hold fast to your dreams.
Because without them, life is like a bird's broken wing.
A broken winged bird.
A broken winged bird
that cannot fly.
Have you ever seen a bird like in the parking lot? You know, and like they just be like, you just feel so sorry for him. You're like, come on. And you're like, oh.
But yeah, that's the one person that stands out to me. Like, I think that's the first African American that I can remember, aside from like music artists that I can remember, and of course MLK. Aside from those people specifically that stood out for me. So yeah.
And so okay, so let's fast forward to today. You said something when we were discussing earlier. So who today has made, like, who do you feel today in the African American community who's blazing trails for the next generation? Gen Z, the alpha generation.
What's her name? I seen her. The producer girl.
You saw her.
The Marcel, what's her name? What's the other one I'm talking about? The skinny African American girl. She's young.
Google her.
She became
and
a producer.
While you're Googling her, my person I want to say is Tabitha Brown. And a little bit, well, I feel like because we watched her flourish in front of us. Like, we've been watching her over the course of years flourish in front of us. And she's become a social media, I don't want to say sensation, but she's just become like your social media mom or auntie, And
auntie.
Yeah, so they call her America's mom. Because she gets on there, she's like, how y'all doing? Y'all doing all right? It's just like, yes. You just feel like you're just sitting down talking to your homegirl, like, hey girl, yes, I'm all right. So I really like her. I think she's just showing us a way to be authentic. And she has a children's show.
I was even say how she took like people's negative word and like made them eat it.
Girl, she served like edible cake.
I don't think she did. I think she was very, I feel like she was like humble about it. She didn't even have to, it was almost like she didn't even worry about what they were saying. She was just like, I'm gonna just keep doing my thing.
Cause she would say, baby, I've learned. So I'm gonna throw her name out there because I like her. I think a lot of people do like her, and I like her. I watch her cook some of her vegan meals, and it's just cool recipes.
Did she make you want to become vegan?
I wouldn't say that, but it looks delicious. It really does. Do you have
the lady, I have to correct her name.
Okay.
Her name is Marcy Martin.
Oh, okay. The young girl, she used to be like a young actor, right?
Mm-hmm.
Was she on a show or something?
She did a movie too, didn't she?
Mm-hmm. She was most popular
What's the name of
in
that movie?
Little.
Oh, okay. She was like a little boss, like the lady.
Yes,
lady.
that is
Okay.
her.
Okay,
Yes.
that's her. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I cannot think of this person's name, and I'm just gonna go ahead and put it out there. I wish I could, and I wish I would be able to remember the person's name, but I have to repeat it constantly.
Give us
to
some
remember the
context
names.
clues.
But I listened to an interview that he gave, and it was on a business channel, and he talked about having launching his tech company, and the company basically connected all of these different health providers, anything that dealt with health. They could go to this website and it would connect them, and it would link it up. And he created this company, and he was just talking about increasing revenue and stuff like that, and just different within the interview. But that was really like, it kind of caught my attention, because you could just imagine the amount of people that are producing tech companies, that are producing companies, and they're selling them, but they're coming up with the idea, and they're coming up with the platform or the foundation, and people are taking over it, but you never know who created it.
Right.
And
That's
they
like,
sold it. And it happens a lot.
I was gonna say that's like a lot of inventions that has, I'm gonna say for back in the day, but a lot of inventions, a lot of black people don't necessarily have the face for the invention, but they're behind it. They had the brains for it. They had the ideal of it. And I think because African Americans were so in the background, they almost couldn't get it out there unless a white person's face was on it.
Oh, so you're kind of saying like it wouldn't have been received unless it came in from a certain person. I was gonna say form, but I definitely get what you're saying. What you're saying there.
Well, for me, that stands out. Like the people that are, like you said, that are creating things and it's getting pushed out there. You know, like these small companies that are being bought by these larger companies, and they're able to project it further than the original owner or the original creator. But they come up with these ideas. So that was pretty
what
cool.
that makes me think of? Shark Tank. I think about them because these people present their ideas, and whether they come with their ideas and is exposed to millions of viewers, and then whether they invest into this company or not, like your idea is exposed.
But eventually, eventually if it becomes so large, most likely people are going to sell their company and they're no longer like the person behind the company. So it's like, that makes me think of out of sight, out of mind.
Okay.
So, like how you were asking us trivia questions from back a long time ago, because you don't necessarily hear about African American people a lot anymore. You don't, you see them, but you don't see them nowadays in a very positive light.
Right.
So it makes you, which is interesting that you say that, because I've watched a lot of like documentary type, not documentary, but where they do like a biography, is that what it's called? Where they do like a biography of their life. And I'm just so astonished of like how many African American artists, but what about their life they tend to focus on the fact that they were maybe addicted to drugs.
And then they'll make a whole movie about
it is the majority of the biographies that they put out about black artists.
That's so true.
I haven't saw the movie, but the Emmett Till movie,
I didn't see it.
I haven't seen it either.
I don't know, but I was listening to, and they were just kind of saying how the mother didn't want certain things to be depicted. Not the mother. How they didn't want the producer or who the director. I don't know, the person whoever has the concept didn't want it to be depicted on the abuse of black people, the beating of. They wanted to show it in another way. So I thought that was relatively interesting. I hope I'm saying the right movie. I think it was Emmett Till. If I'm wrong, y'all drop it in the comments because y'all know y'all.
What? So I'm like, what movie did you?
I'm pretty sure it was Emmett Till. I'm pretty sure it was Emmett Till because they did not want it to be about how black people were beaten and abused. They did not want to shine that light on that and put emphasis on that. So
they put emphasis on something else.
On something else
because he did get beaten. Okay.
But we're such like brilliant-minded people. We have a genius, what I'll say.
Go ahead.
Like our mind, our thought process. A lot of people in business, we may not be elevated in business, but people will use us, our ideas, our expertise, our professionalism. Like they'll use
I think
all
we are
this.
elevated in business, so I'm gonna retract you on that.
let me
I
say
meant
this.
When you're in say you're in a situation, you're plowing, okay. So I just wonder, how creative can you be if you do absolutely nothing? Say if I sat in my room all day and all I did was just sit in the corner, but my creativity and my ideas come from me doing things, right? So if I'm out and if my job was to dig up potatoes and I'm doing it with my hands start to bleed and hurt, and I'm thinking there has to be something I can create and come up with to help me keep my hands right. So I believe a lot of inventions came because we was doing work.
creativity and trouble. Creativity and
because the growth and the innovation comes from practicing a thing. Like if I use something on a daily basis, I'm going to eventually come up with an idea to how to more efficiently or more effectively use that product faster, easier, without the least amount of pain to my body, versus someone that says do the work.
Right.
I'm gonna be like, hey, can we do this? Can we do that? Like, why can't I do this? Why can't I do that? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So
because you've been doing it.
Yeah.
And you're in the movement. Yeah. But happy Black History Month. It is the last Friday of the month, and we're so glad you're here.
But you know what? And now, before we end this, I'll say, celebrate your own. Celebrate people of the same melanin, the same skin tone, or same race, ethnicity as you. Don't be one to join society and bash our own kind. Don't be one to treat us negatively. Support businesses, and I know a lot of people say a lot of stuff about Black businesses, but support. And you, even yourself, as if you're African American, do something. Create something. Be innovative. Like, spark something. There's a spark inside of you. Like, light it up. Set it ablaze. Like, set the world on fire. But for real, like, do something. Like, that's us.
I'm glad you said that, because it really makes me think, like, how can you get someone to improve? Do you do it in a positive way? Do you do it positively, or do you do it negatively? And some people are negative. The negative will get them to improve, but positive, I feel like positive reinforcement for an individual, it not only does it kind of motivate them to move along, but it kind of motivates, it builds them up as they move along. So it's like, like Black women, Black men, like even young Black men, every time I come across a young Black man, I'm always feeding positivity into them. I'm always, like, as a young man in my job, and I'm always telling him, he comes by, I'm like, come on, Black excellence. And the next day he come to work. He all dressed up. And I always, like, if he looks good, I always tell him, like, your beard looks good, you're looking good, come on, bring it. And I feel like that positive reinforcement, it kind of helps to build you up.
I'm gonna start creating slogans. Positivity produces productivity.
Okay, come on. Worm. Come on, eat a worm. Okay. I want to say back to the point. I'm thinking about our father, and he worked at Amazon, and there was this conveyor belt, and the boxes would always fall off the conveyor belt, and he had an idea. Our father, he had an idea, and they tested it out. Turns out they put these protectors in a specific location in the city, in that building, on the conveyor belts, and the boxes no longer like fly off, fall off. So this came from an idea, and that's, so what you said about that, you said genius DNA.
Come on, genius DNA.
Oh, look, we sitting on this guy right now. Oh, genius! Oh,
Make
genius! And leave about the chick, girl.
another worm.
Eat a worm. Eat a worm.
Oh man. Well, happy Black History Month. Guys, thank you for tuning in once again tonight. Let's get chatty. We love you. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment during the conversation.
Hey there, black man. Come on now.
Mwah.